It's kind of neat here. It's like the Lord's telling them the stuff that they'll take, it'll be brought back. He's saying, serve the king of Babylon. What? Serve the king of Babylon? That's what the true prophets were told to say. Serve the king of Babylon and live. Now, why would God, God even called Nebuchadnezzar his servant in a previous chapter that we read. I might even be able to see it, spot it. My servant Nebuchadnezzar. Maybe not. I thought it was on. But if you go back through the readings, and I'll presume that you have listened to them, you'll hear it. My servant Nebuchadnezzar. How would it be that the Lord would call the one who has destruction and all this bad stuff come upon Israel his servant? Because the Lord had a plan. Nebuchadnezzar was following through with the plan, not knowing that he was a servant of God, but God used him nonetheless. But it's interesting that God even blessed Nebuchadnezzar. Why? Because of the children of Israel. God promised to make them a blessing. That's what made Egypt so prosperous and a world power. Now that I think about it, I'm sure that was what Rome's deal was. Now I know the history stuff. But they were brought to power. They were part of the whole, line of power because of Israel. Makes me wonder about the United States. Never thought of that. Although I know one thing. Actually, things changed after Christ. This book was perfected. People call what they say is they call them the revisions of this book. But they weren't revisions. They were perfections. There were 7 what people call revisions of the King James Bible. I don't know the dates of each, but I know the date of the last. 1769. 7 years before the United States declared its independence. The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. What was the real deal while the children of Israel were carried off into Babylon? Because they quit hearing the words of the Lord. I see it a lot with what the Lord's allowed me to do. Putting videos up on YouTube, putting videos up on live stream, Blip TV, Facebook. But the Lord sees all. One of these chapters ends with with this. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, behold, I will bring upon this city and upon all her towns all the evil that I have pronounced against it, because they have hardened their necks, that they might not hear my words. I appreciate those of you that have heard these and that follow along with the readings. Obviously, I'm preaching to the choir.